What's up, everybody? Emily Duplessis here from Rental Rookie, and in this video I'm going to talk about 3 misconceptions rookie investors believe about investing in rental property. So I'm going to cover, excuse me, number 1, the idea that you have to have a background in real estate or finance or investing. I want to talk about why that's not true. Number 2, I want to talk about and address the issue of you needing to be wealthy, right? So many rookie investors believe that you need to be wealthy or you need to have this big inordinate amount of cash that you're going to use, and I want to talk about that. And number 3, I want to talk about this idea that some investors believe that you are not going to make money in the first couple of years of investing. So I want to talk about those. I want to debunk these myths and these misconceptions about real estate investing. But before I do that, I want to just invite you to join me on a live workshop. We have got live workshops going on, one over the next week, where we're going to be diving into why you should be investing in rental property, what that process looks like, and how you go about actually acquiring that first property. So I'd like to personally invite you to join me on one of our live workshops. If you head on over to zerotoproperty.com/live workshop, you can sign up for one of those and join me live with many other rookie investors who are just like you. But I want to talk about these 3 misconceptions. The first one, this whole idea of you having some sort of background in real estate or financing or investing. I am the poster child for the fact that that is not true. I'm an English teacher. I'm a born and bred teacher. All my family's teachers. Many of my cousins are teachers, and I can tell you that before I got into investing in real estate, I didn't even know what an ROI and a return on investment meant. I had no idea until 4 years ago. And so this idea that you need to be having this real estate or finance or investing background is just not true. You can learn it if you put yourself, if you dedicate yourself and commit yourself to learning the niche and learning about investing in rental property. Anybody can do it, right? There's so much information out there that you can learn, and you can educate yourself so that you're making smart investments and you're now controlling your money. So don't let anybody tell you that you need to have a real estate or finance or investing background in order to be successful, because it's just not true. All right, the second misconception and myth that I want to talk about is this idea that you have to be wealthy, right? That you have to have a lot of money to be able to get started in real estate. When my husband and I got started 4 years ago, we didn't have this huge lump sum of money. We didn't come from super wealthy families that were giving us money to go invest. We made sacrifices and we saved, right? We hustled. That's what it came down to. We weren't, lucky enough to have, I guess, just lump sums of cash to be able to invest, but we cut back on things. We didn't have car payments. We drove old cars, right? We didn't necessarily go out and frivolously spend our money. We were both working full-time jobs, and we decided that we tried as much as possible to live off of only one income. And so we saved as much of the second income as we could as possible so that we could make that first investment, so we could get that first property. And that's really what it comes down to. You don't have to be wealthy. You don't have to be coming from, having a trust fund to be able to go and buy these properties. It just takes sacrifice. And there are other ways that you can go about it. Even if you feel like sacrificing still won't get you there, you can partner up with family and friends. Bring somebody else in on the deal so it's not so much cash out of your pocket, and it diversifies the risk as well. And so this idea that you have to be wealthy to get started investing in rental property is just not true. The third myth and misconception that I want to talk about is this idea, and I've heard it straight from a realtor's mouth, is this idea that you're not going to make money in the first couple of years that you invest in rental property. We actually had a realtor tell us this. Now, this was after we had already acquired 2 rental properties and were making awesome ROIs on those, so we walked away from that meeting with that realtor thinking, you're crazy. But the reality is, you should be, if you are investing for cash flow, right, and with rental property, you should be at that closing table knowing that you are, in most cases, going to be making decent money. You should know, if you run your numbers accurately, if you do your due diligence, finding out as much about the property, finding out as much about the community as possible, knowing what that property sells for, knowing what it rents for, knowing what that margin's going to be between your total monthly expenses and your rental income each month, you should know exactly what you're going to make going into that property. So if somebody is telling you that you are not going to make money those first couple of years, don't believe them. Unless you're investing with a specific idea in mind and strategy, potentially like appreciation, right? So maybe you're investing for appreciation and not cash flow. Otherwise, you should be making money. Most of us get into investing in rental property for that whole idea of building short-term and long-term wealth. And so please don't let anybody, as a rookie investor, do not believe the fact that you're not going to make money those first couple of years. Because if you buy right, right? If you buy right, you are going to make money. That's the thing that you have to understand. So those are the three misconceptions, the three myths that are out there that are, maybe holding you back as a rookie investor from not going and buying that first property. That's why we're here. We want to show you how to buy that first property. We want you to experience that financial stability and freedom that earning this passive income each month can give you, no matter what your financial goal is, right? You can be earning extra cash each month from your rental properties that you can put toward whatever financial goal you have. So again, I invite you to join me on one of my live workshops over the course of the next week. If you head on over to zerotoproperty.com/live workshop, you can sign up. There will be a link on this post as well. So go ahead and click that link and join me there. We'll be going over why you should be investing in rental property, why it might be the best type of investment for you, and how you can go about getting that first property. Because the reality is, it just takes one. So join me, Emily Duplessis, on one of my live workshops this week. I'd love to see you there, and I hope to see you live.